We're back. Let's continue down Broadway. All right, let's go do this. Yeah, bro. That's how it is, boy. This is the world of life. Tell y'all, it's the world of life. Once you hit this area right here, this is where nature comes in. I'm gonna give you a little history about this project, Woodside Housing, another location. A lot of celebrities here used to say, right, oh shoot. Jamaica, oh you see? Jamaica car right there, sir. All right, so let's give you a little wisdom on understanding and knowledge of this one. You see, we over by Woodside Housing, right? A lot of people that used to start off in the projects rapping, boomboxing, all that shit, all that, making money around this area. They used to rap, they used to boombox, they used to do all that in this community. And they end up richer. They end up living in California. And guess what? They start doing drugs and cocaine and methamphetamine. And they get locked up, they lose everything. And when they come back to the neighborhood now, they end up right back over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why. Because when we do a community, you make wrong decisions in your life, you end up back where you started. You know what I'm saying? So the community is filled with a lot of testimonies how people got out the projects. Because people end up growing up in the projects and they end up not doing so well. And this is the reason why you see that people get touched by your story, because you get inspirational out here. You see, growing up, I grew up in East Flatbush, Brooklyn. And the building that I grew up, it was a project too. Yeah, it called the Ellis Court Projects. The name of the Allison Court Projects. And I grew up in an apartment on the second floor. And back in the 90s there, bro, it used to be like this, where you see garbage on the sidewalks, the building's dirty. They used to throw trash cans on the hallways and shit like that. And you grow up in the projects and you move to another state, you end up right back to where you started, because at that day, mental health is about starting fresh. You feel me? But everybody asks me, how you make so much money and you right in the projects, back in the projects? I said, bro, I don't fuck to make money, man. I don't bring girls and fucking them to make money. I don't do drugs. You feel what I'm saying? Because that's for idiots that want to be dumbasses, that want to do drugs to fuck and work. And that's what they do for a living. And I don't do that. You feel me? So when you walk through these projects right here, you see all these shits going on in the projects. You walk in the projects right here, you see a lot of stuff that goes on in these projects. And we can't say nothing. We can't turn our backs on these people, because they used to live like this, and they used to be a community where we can't build off whatever. Like you see this project 50, 30, 34 right here. Showing to you. All right. 5034 used to be a project area in the hood. My homeboy grew up right here on 5030. 30, yeah. And Christmas in this area here used to be, people used to hang out and barbecue right outside back in the 90s. And you could see in this area right here, gang people, like gang members, like friends that comes and they stand right in front of the building. And guess where they came from? Cali. And guess they did time in prison. They did jail, and they end up right back to where they started. You know why? Because you can't see the reality of it. Because my homeboy said to me, coming back to the community, it make him feel like, listen, and make him feel like he didn't have nothing. He ain't had growth. He ain't had no knowledge. You feel me? And some people don't realize when you don't have no knowledge in your life, you could grow, and sometimes you grow, it's like you're not living it right. You feel me? So, just showing y'all guys how the community is. And I think what the mayor needs to do, they need to redevelop these projects and put new buildings where people could have a good lifestyle. Because your kids see this and say, oh, my dad and my mom used to live in the projects and shit. And where I'm living at is full of junkies. I said, you know why we live like this? Because the community's not changing. You see all this? That's not community. It's just trash, you know? So you gotta understand how it is in this world. You're on 51st now. 51st and Broadway. To just woodside housing. Yeah. So you can't you look at the life that we live in here. Feel me? You look at that too. And you can see what we building up in development. See? Yeah. We're going to take the Q18 right down the block. The stop is right down the street right there. So we're going to take that bus, and we're going to take that bus and get off at Grant Street and then take the 59 to the 44. That's what we're doing. Because I'm not taking the 63, because I took the 63 to the B62. And I'd rather take the other bus line. So we're going to be right back in about 1 minute.